Hi, welcome to Manchester Film Festival.
Hello.
Hello, tell us who you are and what film you're here with.
So I'm Jason Patel and I'm here with the film Unicorns.
Unicorns, brilliant. So for people who don't know about Unicorns, can you tell us a little bit about who we're with, where we are, what is Unicorns?
So the whole plot. Unicorns is a cross-cultural romance about two people who are, quite frankly, from I would say opposite ends of the earth, but actually it's kind of like same difference in the sense. One's a single dad from Essex who's straight, and the other one is someone who's running away from their life in Manchester, and they are an underground nightclub performer in London.
Of course. And they meet, and there's a...
So they meet, and they have this crazy connection, and it kind of sparks this very interesting and surprising and funny and heartfelt and charming journey that they go on to kind of discover who they are and trying to be together or figuring out life.
Yeah.
Isn't that something that we're all trying to do?
Yeah. It sounds very relatable. Yeah.
It is.
Apart from the bit of trying to escape Manchester. Thank you. I don't know if you say that at Manchester Film Festival.
Well, I guess they're not escaping Manchester, but they're escaping their situation, and they're living this double life.
Yeah. And what drew you to your character? Why did you want to work on this project?
So it was like a multitude of things. The creators, the story was something that I could really relate to, and something that I thought that I can really be authentic and genuine and bring a lot of truth and nuance to. And I was really, really passionate, and I was ready to get into something that would challenge me and really push the limits of what I can do, and also just use everything that I had in my arsenal. I'd been, I'm a working class Asian from Manchester. It was one of those things where my parents instilled this idea that if you want something, you got to go get it and you got to work hard for it. And I felt like everything that I was doing in my life had prepared me for this project, and this was the next level of where I can take things.
Yeah. When is the character we see on screen now the same character that you first read in the script, or has it kind of grown with you and your talents and your experience?
Yeah, it's actually funny enough you say that. It wasn't necessarily I was just the actor. Me, Sally James, and Ben, who I co-star with, it became a collaborative project. We just as much felt like we had a say and were collaborators in this film as much as they were the directors and the writers and the creators, to the point that I actually was able to write for the film and put my music in it, which was so amazing because that's beyond my wildest dreams. It's something that I dreamed of as a child, and the fact that I could do that was amazing. And just the way that Sally and James were with me and Ben throughout the whole process, it was, they let us also be loose with the material and find new ways or improvising and see how we would be in that situation. And that was just kind of from the get-go as well, from our chemistry test, because we had this really crazy connection, and everything was super organic.
Yeah. How was working with Ben?
Oh, best.
I'm very jealous. Lovely Ben.
Most people say that. They're like, I'm obsessed with Ben. I went, so am I. I love him. He's honestly one of the greatest humans in my life, and he will never leave my life. He knows that. He's fully stuck with me.
Yeah, is that a mutual agreement, or is he
of course
slightly terrified?
No, of course it is. Yeah. We have a very special bond, and we care for each other, and we really, really support each other. Honestly, he's made me such a better human, and has made me learn a lot, and has really helped me in this process as well. So yeah, I'm really grateful for him.
Do you feel like you've learned more about yourself and your identity through doing this project, going through this process?
I think it showed what I can do and where I can go, and actually that can also be a blank canvas, and I can write that as well, and I can forge that I'm the master of my own destiny, or what's the saying? The phrase you something about your own destiny, you're the writer. Make your own destiny.
Yeah,
exactly like that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It was, I always knew who I was, and that's like a really like massive privilege for anyone to have in their life, because we always trying to figure out who we are. But I always knew who I was and what I wanted to do. And I guess like my whole like training as well was about like, I had this energy and I wanted to control it and kind of be like, okay, I'm not going to drama school to just be an actor. I'm going there to like, you know, figure out like what I want to say, how I want to say it, and when I want to say it. And like this project was like kind of a massive part of that. And post that, it's meant that I've been able to make really smart choices and take giant risks. And I know that these risks, sometimes you have to be your own cheerleader, and it's so incredible when it's like, oh, I'm not the only one living in the delusion.
Yeah.
You know?
This is your first leading role, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's quite a ballsy first role to go, because you're effectively playing two characters for
Yeah.
some of it. Yeah.
It's so ballsy, and you know, I think it's like a once in a lifetime opportunity. Like, it's so rare. So I mean, the fact that I've like been able to do it, Unicorns, as like my first feature film.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sally James and Ben. It's, you know, it means that like I can really, really like test where I can go, and I don't know, I think it's showing like what the homegrown talent in Manchester can like bring to the table. You know?
Yes, thank
We're always
you.
about
Yeah,
football,
represent
right?
for- yeah.
We're always about
Yeah.
football. Like, am I going to be the Bobby Charlton of film?
I love that. It's been out of the post.
Shall I have my statue outside Piccadilly
Witness, yeah.
Station for
I'm
the
sure if
pigeons
Bobby
to
saw
sit
this,
on?
he'd be like, oh yeah, oh look, it's me in film form.
So Jason, I'm joking, by the way, but I'm not.
The other thing I wanted to ask about was, it strikes me that this film is quite timely in the world we're living in at the moment. I wonder how aware of that you were while you were, you know, making the film and developing it, because it's not the easiest time for queer people. It's not the easiest people for gender questioning people, gender non-conforming people. How aware of that were you, and what kind of message were you hoping to spread?
Yeah, I was honestly, it was
So
kind of
that's
at
a
the
very
forefront.
like,
It's
strong
not.
tonal shift.
No, it is. It was at the forefront of like my mind, and everyone that worked on the production. We worked on it with such like care, consideration. You know, a lot of the queens in the film are real queens. You know, which is phenomenal because they get that representation. And that was really like, for me, representation has always been at the forefront of like what I do and making a positive impact. And so I think the fact that this film is coming out during this time says something, and it says that we're not afraid. Get to know us, you know, show love, show compassion, and it's love without labels, you know, which I just think is phenomenal, because we live in a time where like we're always trying to box people up, and it's like, just be free
Just
and
be
like
you.
live, just be you, and
Yeah.
don't apologize for who you are, you know. And I think this film really is that.
Too right?
Too
No?
right,
Too
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You had it here. Well, you didn't hear it first. Hopefully you hear it every day.
Yeah.
But that was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Where can we see you next after Unicorns? What are you doing?
I can't say currently,
say.
but
Oh.
but I can say
Yeah.
some stuff. So,
Okay.
so my EP is coming out this year.
Amazing.
You'll
Plug,
see some of the
plug.
music that's in Unicorns too. So that's what's next. So be ready to see a lot more of me. There's lots of exciting things to happen, and yeah.
Incredible. Well, thank you for joining us here
Yeah.
today.
Thank
I can't
you.
wait to see it.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
I know.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know, hasn't been able to see the film yet, so he's going to watch it, and
Yeah.
I can't wait to have his like first impressions,
Yeah, my
all
raw
of it.
reactions after the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
I can't
phenomenal.
wait. I can't wait. It's going to be beautiful.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.